Hello, Tar Heel Nation. What a good day to be a Tar Heel. Not that there's ever a bad day to be a Tar Heel, but just wanted to bask in the glory with other Tar Heel fans about another commitment. Brandon Robinson committing, what was it, last night or yesterday, I guess, during the day. Number 60 prospect on ESPN, about number 50, I believe he is, on 24/7 Sports or CBS Sports, I think it is. Number 10 shooting guard overall, number 3 player in Georgia. Yeah, good shooter, shooting guard, but lengthy enough. He's 6'5", can defend the wing for us. Not a one and done player, but should be a very good 3 to 4 year role player for us, and yeah, big commitment for the class of 2016. Obviously, I came on after Tony Bradley had committed and was pumped about that one, and that just kind of got the ball rolling, I think, and this kind of shows that momentum's still going. Roy is still out there working. I don't think we're getting that top-notch guy, that one-and-done guy like we could be right now if all the sanctions weren't going on and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a big get for us as Tar Heels and Tar Heel Nation. So just wanted to come on and express how happy I am, how excited I am for this season, but also going forward. I think we can weather the storm that is the NCAA. So yeah, I'd love for you guys to share this out on Twitter, on Facebook, anywhere. I think just swipe to the left if you're on iOS, and something should come up. Hit share and share it out. If you're on Android, I believe you swipe down. But yeah, I'd love to get more Tar Heel fans on here. If you guys got questions, if you got comments, shoot them out there. Get those hearts going. So yeah, Brandon Robinson commits yesterday. Big second commit for the 2016 class for the Tar Heels, joining 6'10" Tony Bradley, coming in out of Florida. And yeah, I think Tony Bradley could go down as a big time commitment for us, and not necessarily even because of what he brings to the table as much as he got the ball rolling in recruits not being afraid to commit to UNC for this year, with that investigation still out there. So my question is, who's next? Who's coming after? Who's going to join Tony Bradley and Brandon Robinson? Need Giles or Mark, Ned or a stud shooting guard. Now, see, in shooting guard, I think I think if we get some, or our next one, I think our next one is going to be Seventh Woods, who is a combo guard. I think he's the next commit for the Tar Heels. He just came off his official visit to UNC this past weekend, which rainy football game against Delaware, empty seats in Keenan throughout. Not a good impression to leave on him, but he's picking between us and South Carolina. I can't. Thanks for sharing, Tar Heel Lady. And I just can't see him going to South Carolina playing for Frank Martin and thriving in that environment. So I think Seventh Woods is our next commit. He is, a combo guard, but can play that shooting guard. Probably not the shooter that like Kenny Williams coming in this year, who's already there, or Brandon Robinson. I think they're both better shooters than Seventh Woods, but Seventh Woods will get us back to that athletic athlete, getting out and running kind of guy that we're used to in Chapel Hill. So I think he's our next commit. But let me know. Obviously, Harry Giles would be huge to get. You said the same about Dozier. Where did Dozier end up going? I don't even know. I know he dropped kind of off our radar a little bit. But yeah, Harry Giles, he did go to South Carolina. So, okay, so one of us has been proven wrong already. We'll see. Mark it down, J-Rock, see if I'm wrong or not. But I think we get Seven Woods. Again, Harry Giles would be huge. Anybody in the country is going to take him. He's going to, be a one and done. And yet, I said Tony Bradley would go down as a big-time recruit for us because he kind of got the ball rolling. And if Harry Giles comes, maybe that's still the case. But obviously, Harry Giles would go down as a big time because he would be kind of the one and done player coming in that Roy got. Like I know we've had Marvin Williams, we've had Brandon Wright. Have we had other guys one and done? Any other one and doneers besides Brandon Wright and Marvin Williams? Obviously, Marvin Williams, we won the championship, and it was just kind of right time to go for him. Brandon Wright, I think we could have got at least another year out of him. I don't know that was necessarily smart for him to go. But yeah, Harry Giles would be kind of the first guy coming in, like, hey, you're going to be one and done. And people have said it. People said Harrison Barnes was going to be. People said John Henson was going to be. Possibly even Ty Lawson, I think people were saying when he came in. But yeah, Harry Giles is, if we could get him, it would be kind of the first bona fide one and done player that Roy has gotten. Although, I said Seventh Giles, sorry, I'm jumping around here, but I said Seventh Giles was the going to be the next recruit. I guess, I think we can get this guy from Finland. If you haven't heard Roy and his staff, I don't know if all of them went, if it was just Hubert or who all went with him, but they just went to Finland to recruit this Finnish guy. His name looks like it's spelled Lori to me, but yeah, Markkanen. I don't know how to say it. I'm not Finnish. I don't know Finnish, and I probably can't pronounce their names right. But he's a 6'11" guy, and his dad played for Roy at Kansas. Again, if you're watching this, you probably know that already. But he could. I think we can get both him, and that's not a bad class. If we can get Tony, well, we have Tony. We got Brandon Robinson now. If we can get Seventh Woods. If we can get this Finnish guy, a couple of big guys, a couple of wings, or Seventh Woods could be point guard wing, and then we have Jalik Felton coming in 2017 already. That's a solid 2016 already. Again, we're going to take Harry Giles if we can. Yeah, we should be able to get two more tops. It's just where those guys come from. Are they 4-star, 5-star guys, or are we settling for a 2-star because we have a scholarship left, or a 3-star guy because he's an in-state guy, something like that. But yeah, I think we can get Seventh Woods and this Finnish guy, and it's a good class. Not a great class, but again, under the circumstances, everybody knows what's going on. We'll see. But yeah, I want to come on this Periscope. I thank you for watching, and again, that's kind of what I want to say. I'm excited. This is, man, I'm counting down the days to Late Night with Roy, and getting this season going. On previous on Periscopes and podcasts. If you don't know, I do a UNC podcast called UNC Hoops Talk. Definitely go check it out. It's on YouTube. Search UNC Hoops Talk, or iTunes. You can search Dan DeWitt, or you can search UNC Hoops Talk. You'll be able to find it. It's on anywhere you can find podcasts, Stitcher, anywhere. But otherwise, ask me for the link, and I'll shoot you one. But also on the last Periscope I did talking about Tony Bradley, I said during the season I want to do kind of pregame and halftime Periscopes, see if we can get Tar Heel fans in here communicating and talking about the game. And then after the game, if you've never heard of blab.im, go check it out. There's an app, iOS app. I don't know if there's an Android app yet, but there is an iOS app, Blab. And then on the desktop, you can go to blab.im, and you can get 4 people doing this, broadcasting live. And I'd love to get a post-game show with Tar Heel fans talking about the game and upcoming games and stuff like that. Just like 15, 20 minutes after every game, where we're just talking about what happened and what's coming up and all that. So definitely check it out. Connect with me if that's something you think sounds cool. But yeah, we got to unite Tar Heel Nation. There's too many people down on the Tar Heels, waiting for the hammer to come down. Not that I'm sure it's coming down or anything like that. I think we're going to be okay. I think we might have a season, maybe 2, where we struggle, or we're kind of getting over whatever sanctions the NCAA brings down on us. But we're going to be okay. We just got to unite as Tar Heel Nation and Tar Heel fans. We got to support not only the basketball team, but the football team, the women's basketball team, all the teams, because nobody else is going to be. Everybody else is out there is throwing out hate about our teams, and about our university. And I use that "our" loosely. I'm not an alum, but a diehard fan and supporter of all Tar Heel sports and all things UNC. And I think that's what, I mean, we just got to bond together and really unite to fight off all the haters. So if you're not connected with me, Twitter is All Tar Heel Dan, just about anywhere you want to, All Tar Heel Dan. I throw up a lot of UNC highlights during the basketball games on Vine. Again, All Tar Heel Dan. But I would love to hear, questions, comments you got now, but also what do you think about doing a Periscope pre-game, post, or halftime Periscope, and then a post-game kind of show where we can, where I can, I don't want to say it's not going to be my show, but where we can get people in and talking on Blab to each other, and you wouldn't have to write the comments. You come on video, say whatever you want, and jump back off, or whatever. Sit there for 15, 20 minutes, talk about it. But love to hear your response to that, or what you guys think. Other than that, I'm going on too long. If I'm not going to get questions or anything here, I don't want to keep babbling on. Probably throw this up on YouTube so that people can see it and hopefully comment and connect later as well. But go subscribe, youtube.com/UNC Hoops Talk. Chris Hobson, thanks for jumping on here and watching. Kind of getting to the end here, but if you got any questions, or even comments, suggestions, anything like that. Big time recruit in Brandon Robinson, joining Tony Bradley for the class of 2016. If you got any opinions on who is going to be our next commit for the 2016 class, throw them up in there now. Otherwise, that is all I got. I, again, appreciate you guys watching. Go listen to the podcast, UNC Hoops Talk, on Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, or just follow me on Twitter, All Tar Heel Dan, and ask for a link. Connect with me. I want somebody to, I don't know, this sounds sleazy. I don't want to say slide in the DMs. Someone to go in a DM in me and say, appreciate the Periscope or something, or do you have a link to the podcast? But I did a podcast in September. I do them once a month in the off season, and then once the season starts, they'll be jumping up to once a week, recapping games and looking at what's coming forward. So would love for you to subscribe to that, participate, come on the podcast, become a guest. Again, shoot me a message that you want to be on the podcast, and we'll work something out if we can. But other than that, for all Tar Heel fans out there, I'm Dan DeWitt. I'm glad you are here. I'm glad you're a Tar Heel fan. And, hey, that's it. Go Heels.